There we go. Here comes the beat. Ready? Oh, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another show. We are joined by The Beard.
Yeah, buddy. It's about time.
Oh, we got a good one lined up for you. Is your kid still behind you? You can put him on the camera if you want. Say hi, everybody. Say hi to The Beard's offspring right there. We got a big show lined up for you. Here's the stuff that we have coming up. We're going to get to WWE Smackdown, Natural Born Killers, Batman Arkham Asylum, the video game series, Zubaz Pants. If you forgot about them, they're back, baby, and they've been back for a while. We're also going to get to college football predictions. I am not going to make any predictions. However, I have Spano's predictions. And so it's basically...
Gummy.
Huh?
I ate a gummy.
Every single answer is going to be... Oh, shit. Hold on. Wrong button.
The more you
I ate a
know.
gummy.
There you go.
I ate a gummy.
He ate a gummy. So we're going to go through... And my intent here when it comes to college football is that our core audience seems to be Anna and Vero and Nightmare. 3 women who I guarantee probably don't give that whole much of a care about college football. So we're going to try to make it entertaining for them. But what we're going to do is we're going to go through the predictions of all of the Big 4 conferences, Big 10, Big 12, ACC, and SEC. They're also going to choose who's going to make it to the national title game, who's going to win the national title game, and then who's going to win the Heisman Trophy. So those are the predictions we're going to get to. We're going to get some 90s trivia, which I left my cards here somewhere, I think. Yep, got them right here. All right. 90s trivia, and then we're also going to do a Sean Connery movie draft, which is why I have that awesome picture on the thumbnail of Sean Connery in his Zardoz outfit. So I'm really hoping somebody chooses Zardoz as a movie from Sean Connery. But on that note,
swinger outfit.
Beardley, thanks for showing up, buddy. Thanks for filling in.
Man, thanks for having me. I'm excited to be back with you, buddy. It's been a long time.
So if you're not familiar, obviously, if you watch this stuff live, you would have seen the Beard in the chat, at least when he's not touring, as he is a sound technician, I believe, is the official term.
Yes.
So he's a sound tech. And but I know Beard from my South Florida days. He was in multiple bands. And then we also did Spano's big radio show together. My name is tattooed on his back, by the way, in case for anybody who doesn't know that. And we've unfortunately seen far too much of him as he wore multiple bikinis while being on that show.
Bikinis, diapers. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'll
definitely tormented me a little on that show.
I'll try to come up and see if I can't find those old pictures, and I'll create a Beard homage post to Spano's big radio show. And I was talking to Spano about it earlier too. That show was a ridiculous amount of fun to do. I wish I would have stayed in South Florida so we could have continued on, because the reason that I stopped doing it was I moved away back to Portland. And so the show kind of continued on a little bit more after that. And then I think it just kind of fizzled out. But I was proud of the work that we did on that show, man. That show was really stinking good.
It was awesome. It was so much fun. It was kind of a dream come true for me. When Spano reached out, asked me to do it. Like, I had always, I've been involved in music my whole life, but I had always wanted to do radio, something, and never broke in. And then randomly Spano called me and was like, "Hey man, we're going to come do this show." Like, yes, I'm in. And then he's like, you want me to tell you what we're going to do to you first? And I was like, no, I'm in.
And that was exactly what we needed.
Yeah, I got tormented for a year, but it was incredible, and I would do it all again.
Yeah, we did that. There was a couple of times where we got him dressed up. There was one time he was dressed up in a bikini, and then there was another time he was dressed up as Cupid wearing a diaper, and then we sent him out and about to random bars, and then he would call in with all the stuff that was going on.
Nice.
So we're going to get rolling here.
Too.
We're going to get to we're going to get to the YouTube polls here in a second, but I got to remind you, we do have the different membership tiers here on my YouTube channel. So if you're able to, for 99 cents, there is a channel supporter. That's 99 cents a month. And with that, you're going to get a sticker pack that comes with the Cross-Eyed Bear sticker. That comes with the Real Brandalorian sticker. And it comes with the History of Rock sticker. And Anna's going to get her stuff sent to her after she moves. She let me know that she's actually going to be in the process of moving. October of 2026 is when you can expect that. And then there's also a Memberlorian tier. That's $4.99 a month, and you're going to get the sticker pack. Plus, you're going to get a T-shirt as well. I have T-shirts with each of those different logos on them, or each of those graphics, and so you get to pick one. Sizes aren't guaranteed, but I got a boatload of these shirts. So just let me know which one you would want, and if you're able to spend 99 cents or $4.99 a month to support the channel, it's much appreciated. If not, make sure you're clicking that thumbs up button down below. It should be your immediate reaction when we come to this live stream is click the thumbs up button, because that definitely helps the channel way more than you could ever possibly know. And on that note, yeah, Anna goes, I'm not getting it till October 2026. That's a good estimate, by the way. It might be October 2028. Who knows? All right, we're going to get to the YouTube polls. So what we do here is I do a poll every week or every day throughout the week on my YouTube channel. You can find this. They used to call it the community section, and now I believe it's actually called just posts in general. So it's posts that are things that you would see on Facebook or things that you would see on like Instagram and stuff like that, and you're able to do polls. So I do one a day, variety of topics. The first one actually has to do with a topic that we discussed last week, which was Snick. Were you a big Snick guy, Beard? Did you watch a lot of Nickelodeon?
Oh yeah.
So if there was one Snick show that you remember, like the one that what was your go-to?
Oh man, all of them. That was my Saturday night from 9 till I got friends at 14. All
right, so there's
starting at Rugrats at 7 or Doug at 7 into Rugrats at 7:30, and then all of them.
All right, so I've got 4 options here, and I chose specifically Snick original shows, like shows that were only brought in for Snick, because like when Snick started, Clarissa Explains It All moved to Snick, but it had already been around for like a year or two. So these ones were ones that debuted on Snick. It was The Adventures of Pete and Pete, All That, Are You Afraid of the Dark, and The Secret World of Alex Mack. Beard, which one do you think won the poll of what was the best show on Snick?
Are You Afraid of the Dark?
All right, he's going Are You Afraid of the Dark. Frank, what are you going with?
I'll go with All That.
He's going with All That. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our first point, and it goes to Frank. It was super close. It was super close, though. 46% of people went with All That. 40% of people went with Are You Afraid of the Dark. Me personally, I would go Are You Afraid of the Dark.
Yeah, I would have gone Are You Afraid of the Dark too.
Me too.
But I can understand why All That won the poll. All right, next one. This had to do with our movie draft from not our movie draft. I'm sorry. It had to do. We talked about Uncle Buck last week.
Yeah.
So the question was, what's the best John Candy movie of all time? And the 4 options were Uncle Buck, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, The Great Outdoors, and Spaceballs. Frank, which one do you think won the poll?
Well, I was kind of upset you didn't have Summer Rental on there, because that's a friggin' classic. But I'm gonna go with Planes.
Which one would you take off? What would you take off?
What was the last one you said?
Spaceballs.
Man.
See? Not so easy,
don't
is
do
it?
Well, no, run the list again.
Uncle Buck, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, The Great Outdoors, and Spaceballs.
Okay, The Great Outdoors would have been replaced with...
Nah, hell no. Great Outdoors is a great fucking movie.
I don't know, I think
love that
Summer
movie.
Rental's better.
He ate the old 96er.
I'm gonna go... I'm gonna go with Planes, Trains, and Automobile. Everyone seems to love that movie, especially these days. It's like got a second life.
All right, Beard, what do you think? What do you think won the poll?
Spaceballs.
He's going Spaceballs again. We have another point. For Frank, again, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
I'm just getting toasted.
39% Uncle Buck, 29% Spaceballs, 25%. Great Outdoors only getting 7%.
I think Ryan Reynolds has a lot to do with John Candy's resurgence lately, because he always posts about John Goodman about like every other month or every month about how great John Candy is. I got the Johns mixed up.
That's possible. All right, next question up on the YouTube poll. This was a simple kind of yes or no one. Do you care about politics? Yes, it's my civic duty. Or no, both sides suck and actually don't care about the issues. Beard, which one do you think won the poll?
I'm gonna say I'm gonna say no won the poll.
All right, Frank, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's no. If they're on YouTube voting, that's going to be a no. I don't think they give a shit about politics.
Yeah, you both get the point. Beard's on the board. Yeah, it was 68% of people said no, both sides suck and don't actually care about the issues. All right, next YouTube poll. This has to do with our movie draft from last week, which was Robert De Niro. What's the best Robert De Niro movie? Taxi Driver, Meet the Parents, Casino, or Goodfellas? We'll start with Beard. Which one do you think won the poll?
Wow. Oh, how do you pick? There's not a bad movie out there.
Well, what do you think
Goodfellas.
other people would have chosen?
Goodfellas.
All right, he's going Goodfellas. Frank?
Godfather 2.
Not on the list. That movie fucking sucks, and I'm going to deduct a point for that. Watch this. You ready?
I just wanted to see that to piss you off.
Wait, did it work? No. Ah, there it goes. We deducted a point, and Beard, you got it right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Goodfellas pretty handily. 52% of the vote. Taxi Driver coming in at second at 29%. There were people who were complaining that Deer
Cop Out.
Hunter was not on the list.
What was the Eddie Murphy movie he did?
Robert De Niro?
Yeah, was that when that Cop Out or something? Like early 2000s. Like when he was just taking crap movies. Him and Eddie Murphy did a cop movie together. And Eddie,
Showtime.
it was like Showtime. There you go. Eddie Murphy. Yeah.
I think I've
It was like
actually
the
seen
Hollywood
that.
cop. Yeah, he was like
Yeah.
the Hollywood actor cop, and they were making a reality. It was a weird, crappy movie.
Yeah, well.
Showtime.
There was a lot of weird, crappy movies. Late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Which was the better gaming system, Sega Genesis or Super Nintendo? Beard, what do you think won the poll? Not which one you would prefer. Which one do you think won the poll?
Sega.
He went with Sega, and Frank?
It's gonna be the Super NES.
Yep, it was Super Nintendo by a landslide. 77% of the vote actually.
Mario
went to-
Kart. Man.
And yeah, that was the jam, dude. And interestingly enough, there's a comment where somebody has commented Dreamcast, and I'm like, it's not a fucking option, dude. Jesus. Ooh, here we
Godfather
go.
2.
Here's one for you. So
Bill
another
Cousy.
simple kind of text question. Usually these are accompanied with pictures and stuff, but I just wanted to kind of get an idea of the people who see this stuff coming up on YouTube. So I asked, which generation are you? Baby Boomer, Gen X, Millennial, or Gen Z? Frank, which one do you think won the poll?
It's gotta be Gen Z. They're all the ones watching YouTube, right?
Okay, so Frank goes Gen Z. Beard?
Losers.
I'm gonna have to go millennial.
Frank with the point. It was Gen Z by a landslide, actually. Gen Z, 43%. Millennial, though, in second, 28%. Gen X at 18. Baby Boomer at 11. That's only like half my family.
I work with a lot of Gen Z, and they just sit there either on their phones or at their computers with YouTube on all day.
Ooh. And then this final YouTube poll, this is going to have to do with the college football predictions that we're going to have coming up. So I'm going to tease it. I'm going to say what the question was, but I'm not going to give the answer until later. The question was, who's going to win the national title this year? The four options were Georgia Bulldogs, Ohio State Buckeyes, Oregon Ducks, or Texas Longhorns. Literally all I did was take the top four in the AP poll. That was it. So we're going to get to who won that poll coming up here when we get to the actual college football predictions. But on that note, we're going to get into some things that you probably didn't know about a variety of topics.
Boom, boom, chicken, boom. Boom, boom.
All right. It is time for What the
Yeah,
Balls?
copy protected content.
Yeah.
I can't do the pictures now. Fuck.
Copy
Hold on.
protected.
I honestly don't think I can do the pictures now because it's stupid fucking Aver Media. Hold on one second here. So unplug that.
Print them out and hold them up on the screen.
Draw 'em.
Yeah. Go on Paint and paint them.
Dude, I spent an hour and a fucking half
Microsoft
getting
Paint.
these goddamn images together. This pisses me off. All right, let's hope and pray here.
Copyright protected.
Keep your fingers crossed, boys. Fuck!
Well, what were they supposed to be?
Because your Oregon Ducks are going to be this year.
Well, I got to figure out what to do because I can't. That was well over an hour and a half of work for the videos that are going to go up later, and I don't want to stop the fucking stream. I fucking hate this shit, dude.
Chad Allen's not here. He might know a quick fix for it.
Well, let me try something here.
Did you blow in the cartridge? You put tinfoil on the rabbit ears?
Alright, so let's do that. I love having to do this live. This is why, like, again, this is why there's usually not just one person running all of the shit for any show that actually goes on.
Just put the pictures on your cell phone and hold that up to the camera. Well, at least your camera's not red.
That's true.
Of course,
No,
that was a fun.
Anna, okay, so the reason that this happens is because I'm running two PCs. I stream from one PC, and then all of the stuff and all the pictures are on another PC, so I have to have a video capture card to basically communicate from PC to PC. All of the information's on this one fucking computer. So I can't, like, she's saying, can you use a photo program to open the pics? That's what I do. I open a photo program to share the pics, but it blocks the fucking content because AverMedia can just blow a bag of dicks.
What is AverMedia? Besides being a bag of dicks.
No, they're not a bag of dicks. They can blow a bag of dicks.
Oh, okay.
I got half a funny story I can tell in the midterm. If
Fuck
you,
yes.
Want me to kill a minute
Oh,
here?
hell yeah.
All right.
But
so
hold on. Before the funny story, by the way, we got to talk about you falling off stage, man.
That's the story I was gonna go with.
Okay.
Yeah. So the other day, I was at a gig in Chicago. I don't know, somewhere. Location doesn't matter. And so I work for the former guitar player of the Eagles, and we were playing a private event with the Wallflowers opening and Joan Jett closing. We were playing in the middle. So Joan Jett had finished her sound check, and it's our turn to load in and set everything up. So we're setting everything up on stage, and my guitar tech is like on his hands and knees plugging stuff in, and I go to walk around him on the edge of the stage and miss the edge of the stage and clearly just eat so much shit off of the edge of the stage, about 4 foot tall. And I look up, and there's Bob Dylan's son, Jacob Dylan from the Wallflowers. There's Joan Jett, her whole team, my whole team, and, you know, all the local production, all the house people, anyone you could think of happened to be at the stage at that moment in time when I decided to fall off a 4 foot stage.
At least did they help you up or check on you?
Yeah, my team did. Immediately, everyone else kind of checked on me, and then once it was discovered that I was okay, then everyone laughed pretty hard.
Did Joan Jett
Luckily.
say heartbreaker when you fell?
Shh, dude, she was loud. She sounded phenomenal. But yeah, it was kind of embarrassing to fall off stage and then look up and see Joan Jett. Like,
How old is she now? Like in her 60s?
oh, that's a good question.
Let's see.
Joan Jett is 65.
Okay.
It still sounded great, but it was kind of embarrassing to, you know, fall 4 feet off of a stage and look up and see her staring at you.
At least she now has another story that she can tell people.
Yeah. Luckily, I'm okay. I do have some scrapes and some bruising, and my leg's all yellow and purple and gross, but no major damage. But yeah, so that was my story of last week.
Reminds me of that that story in the Nice Guys movie where the guy, where Russell Crowe tells a story about the guy who's about to die, and he sees like Richard Nixon like talking to him or whatever, and he wakes up, and later on when you have Ryan Gosling in the pool and he sees Richard Nixon like swimming to him, and he freaks out. You now have Joan Jett. Whenever you fall, you have Joan Jett looking on you.
And believe it or not, I was actually more embarrassed to fall off the edge of a stage than when I went bar hopping in a bikini or dressed as Cupid for 4 girls in the studio. It was worse for me to fall off the edge of the stage than it was to do that.
So, like, how far were you from the crowd?
Luckily, doors weren't open yet, so
okay.
there was no crowd. It was just like everyone's crew, band members, things like that. We were still in a setup mode, so doors hadn't opened yet. But if doors were open, I would have fallen into the crowd.
Well, at least they would have caught you, and you could have crowd surfed for a minute.
Yeah, it could have made it cool, I guess. But
But it would have been worse. Is it worse to fall in front of Joan Jett to an empty house, or have the house full and then clear out the way and let you fall? In front of Joan Jett?
you ever seen those videos of people try to stage dive and everyone just
Everyone
moves out
moves
of the
around.
way?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that would be worse. So did you
Yeah,
land
that
on
was
your back or like?
I landed on my knee.
Oh,
Yeah, directly like dead set on my right leg. And then I rolled over. I thought I broke my knee at first. I didn't. But yeah, it was like I fell off and just kind of hit my knee and rolled.
you gotta be like a stuntman. You get to you hit and roll, and you pop back up, and everything's fine.
I don't have that skill, you know. I'm not young. I'm not young anymore and don't bounce. I just kind of fall. And then, like I said, the worst part was it was Jacob Dylan and Joan Jett and both of their bands sitting there. Like,
I didn't
wouldn't
even.
have been,
I didn't
wouldn't have
think the
been as bad
Wallflowers
if it
were
was
a thing.
just my band. Oh
Right.
yeah, they're still a thing. I don't
They
know
had
how.
they had that one hit and then just kind of faded away.
All right, we got to restart the stream.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I can't get around the copyright thing. I can't get around it. So we're gonna have to just everybody make sure this is a good time to remind you. Make sure you guys click the bell down below so you get the notifications and everything, and stay here on my YouTube channel so we get to the stuff. Truly, it's going to be a simple reboot to get past this bullshit copyright stuff. So just stick around, and we're going to be right back.
No disassemble.